We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with their opponents. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Check, 59. Back. Here we go, 46. 26.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly by a single possession.
Hey, check.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check. Fresno. 26.
Trying to run forward with Pollard, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Set up. 50. Plant. 3. Mike. Come to work. Get it.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
3 bud. Coaching spell. Bravo.
2nd and 10. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
2nd and 2. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They're going to look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, my 7.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
We're going to 53.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here we go, here we go. Line 8.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the 2 teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons.
Let's go.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Cooper was the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
We're scoreless after one.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. 55 to mine. I'm coming after you.
Second and 13. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Ready, break.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Cooper was the target there.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ertz. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. The toss out to Barkley. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Got it. Watch it. Let's go. Hey, exit. 5.
He'll set up to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 70, Indy. General West. Snap.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Watch the screen. Kill. Check 13. Check 13. 47. Go. Get out there. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Go to 54, line 59.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. He's got room to run past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Down, 8, read. I got one.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Prescott to throw this time. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Under. Get him. You got him. Let's go. Go to 54.
Prescott now from the 50. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's second down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Get in the weight room. Hatchet. Under 10. 10. Hey, kill.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Mike is 59. Gun. Watch the slam. We're going to 54. Why ain't? Mike's 59. Mike's 59 on it. I got him. Mike's 26.
And again, it's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. It's caught inside the 25. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Let's get off the field. Check. Mike, 53. Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
3rd and 13.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Hey, wahoo! Check nickel. Mike, 5.
They'll look to throw here. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
59. Hey, tight.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball. Hey, kill. Protect the backer. Big edge. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Prescott to throw on 4th. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Elliott. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, orbit. 53 to Mike. 53, check 53. Let's go.
Looking to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, Foxtrot. Check. 53 Mike. Get it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Go. Hit it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. That's taken on the 25. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They keep on the ground with Elliott, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
You ain't doing nothing today. Check 43. We're going to 53. 26.
This is Elliott. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Cowboys on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Switch it, hey. Here we go, 47. Here we go. 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Elliott running right. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 51, 80. Check, 59. Watch the screen. Pass. 26.
They run the counter. Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
This one fielded at the 5. And an alley to run. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And that big 4th quarter return, Charles, makes this a 1-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for 2? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
At the 32-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Pollard. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
36 yards on the play.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zerline now for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the possession is theirs. scores at their own 43-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Pollard. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play here for the Cowboys. 51 yards on the ground. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Check 24, check 24.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Woods with a pick, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
On the set.
48 mark. Check back.
Quickstone, travel. Check go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw, and this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
One final shot. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
Let's go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my face. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the sign of a distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on.